There we are. Lovely. And we'll take a brief moment for everything to get in order. There we are. Now, the mission for tonight is going to involve at least starting up Enchanting, which is, oh, that was quick. As I was saying, the mission will be to get some enchanting done.
Hi, Hoppy.
Why must you insist on calling me that?
'Cause it bugs you.
I suppose there's worse things you could be doing. Oh, the day class is no longer tethered to the well.
Oh, did you not do that?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Odd. And more hens from my currently one chicken. And out of character, I know we can all hear the bird. I promise they're fine. I fed them, like, literally before I hit go live. I know we can all hear the baby screaming about it. Well, no other chicken yet. I'm almost tempted to... Ooh, your egg might be in a position I can actually get it. Just out of reach. I have a risky thing that I could do. Good evening. Welcome to my Foundation-sanctioned enrichment activities. I should actually bring seeds with me if I want to succeed in what I'm going to do. That's kind of an important part of this. Now, if I do that... Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Well... I'm going to need that back. This will be a bit of an issue. There we are. Perfect. All's well so far in this endeavor. And I got an egg out of it. Good for me. For a moment I thought you could get through. I'm glad to see I was wrong. Alright. Now... Yes, that's exactly who I wanted to get out of this. You're the only one that I currently don't want in this cell. Well, it's not a cell per se, it's more of a room. Ow! For father. Thank you for that. That is why you stay in a bedroom rather than having free roam.
Did your father try to give you a hug?
Perhaps. But I got the chicken, which I suppose is all that matters. Where did you go? Come on. The seeds are still for you, technically. Lovely. Make more bird. Perfect. Now I don't need to rely on eggs to get a second chicken. Alright. So... murder, and I suppose lapis is what's on my menu for today. I guess we can start with the lapis.
I was also planning on going on the hunt for lapis.
Oh, well, it seems we have a common goal, don't we? I do not intend to bring any form of torches. Instead, we'll make good access to my infinite potions of any variety. I wish it allowed me to search for potions, personally, rather than having to scroll through such a long list every single God's forsaken time.
It sounds like we have access to the coffee machine.
Correct. I have access to it and the pizza box, which gives me unlimited food.
Even though the pizzas are horrendous when it comes to keeping you full.
Hello, D-Class. It works well enough. And thank you for following along with my Foundation-sanctioned escapades. And as for if you can have pizza, I'm not sharing. And when you say I am hungry child, are you referring to yourself as a hungry child, or are you calling me a child? I feel that's important for how much of a shit I'm about to give. I asked you 2 questions. The answer cannot simply be yes. It was a and or. Yes isn't that you are the hungry child. Alright then. That is slightly better than referring to me as a child. I'm still not sharing. But at least you haven't invoked my wrath. I suppose this coal will be good just in case I decide I'd like to have some torches, not lapis. I can't craft lapis with coal. Alright, do we have any decent cave entrances to work with? Or perhaps we'll stay on the surface for a bit longer. The sun is going down after all, and I do need the experience. And ender pearls are also always important. Hello, 049A. Father hit me earlier. That sounds quite awful out of context. I feel that might need some clarification. 049 within the server hit me. that was the intention of the statement. Hello, Dr. Bone. Welcome to my Foundation-sanctioned enrichment period. The goal for today is, and thank you for following along. The goal for today will be getting some things to do enchanting, which includes levels and lapis. More so the levels, if I'm being honest. I have at least a small stash of lapis as of current.
I have the opposite problem. I have many a level, none of the lapis.
I'm surprised that you have many levels.
41 to be exact.
You feel as though you die too much to accumulate so many.
I've been by myself on this server pretty much all day, so I was able to sleep through the night on multiple occasions.
I see. I'd also be quite happy to get enough diamond to make boots, and technically complete this set. I'm keeping the arrow-proof vest. That is worth more than any diamond chestplate could do for me. And hello, W4. You're not going to explode. You might, though. Ugh, God's above. Getting ganged up quickly here, aren't I? At least it's only the baby zombie I'm really worried about.
I will say I have yet to find a decent cave system.
Oh, what a shame. There we are. I'm glad that most of you are dreadfully slow. There we are. Yes, yes, mob mentality of zombies. Many of you around. This is SCP Lockdown. And this is, in fact, a server. If you wish to subscribe, you too can have access to it. God's above. I wish you weren't so silent as you snuck up, but at least this didn't happen in my yard. You're quite a bit distance off. And thank you kindly for the gift. Subscribing is something that does cost money. I believe you have to be a certain age to be allowed to do that on TikTok. And also keep in mind that this is a Java edition server. That is how most modded things work. Good evening, Stardust. Welcome in on my Foundation-sanctioned enrichment period.
Always so thrilled.
Well, there are better things they could offer me to play with, I suppose. But beggars can't be choosers, now can we? At least it's something to do.
looking at? Oh, it's an ocean monument. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Well, I care not for that.
Ah, I love this arrow-proof vest. Skeletons are my biggest problem, and this makes them, well, ineffective. Yes, that is effectively what they're doing. They're trying to keep good behavior. You are oddly easier to take out than your normal counterpart. And this is why we wander to places far from home to do our mob hunting. Yes, I feel you shooting arrows in the back of my head. It's not doing any damage, though, so good luck. Lovely. All you're doing is knocking me back and wearing down my armor, which truly isn't an issue because I can simply go and repair it for free any chance I so desire. It'd be easier if I had less grass in this area, though. I wonder if we can get ourselves a music disc. There we are. You sit nice and still while I force this skeleton to take target practice on you. Or not if I end up having more things to deal with. Oh, quite the firefight we've gotten going on. Alright. There's you dealt with. Creeper's woken up. Yes, that certainly seems to be what's happening. Why not hit the creeper? It's right here. Gods above, your shots aren't even hitting me. Come on, get me a music disc before you burn to death. God, is this not even going to allow you to take it out? Yes, your knockback is fun. It's not dealing damage. Oh, hello. Oh, and you've decided to... Alright then, that was a little underwhelming. How bad... Ah, you've barely worn me down at all. This is fine. Hello, Dr. Phillips. Currently just taking care of some business. I believe we are on normal mode. Oh, gods above. This is again why we don't deal with this in our own yard, so we don't have to patch up creeper holes. Thank you, Oh, that's not what I wanted to drink. Alright, let's pick some fights. And this is, in fact, a server which is also open to mutuals. Mutuals and those that decide to drop the extra coinage to subscribe. Don't expect me to play kindly with you.
Being nice is boring.
Yes, but deals can be made. I'm not the devil, after all. Although I suppose that's not the most accurate statement here. The devil is known for making deals, isn't he? And hello, Johnny. I see you've joined in. Ooh, more squids. That is also good for what I've been using.
Fuck a doc.
I'd rather not. This will grant me some extra levels and ink sacks. Also dulling the blade of my sword, which I will have to fix. Hopefully I calculate this out correctly, though, so that I don't simply destroy it. As long as I still see some red, I'll be fine. There we are. And I suppose I could also walk home, rather than teleporting. I have to return anyway, since I've wasted a night vision potion when I meant to eat food. And you do get quite a few monsters when you refuse to sleep through the night and you go into the wide open plains. There are going to be no squids left in this river by the time I'm done. Alright. And this will also be a good point to drop off some garbage I've stashed in my inventory. Because squids have ink sacs, which are a key ingredient in tranquilizer arrows. My murder spree is not without reason. Actually, for this low, I may as well restock this supply if I'm going to be here. My reason for hurting Thompson was not simply because I didn't like him, Phillips. There's much more nuance behind that than it seems anyone in the Foundation has the eyes to see. You would think, but I'm glad that it's simple to achieve. Why? What do you mean, let's not talk about Smiley, or Cheshire, or 051, or whatever in the hells you wish to call him? Why are you saying that when I don't see that anyone else brought him up? It's you that's mentioned the man.
Otherwise known as I desperately want to talk about Cheshire but not get blamed for it.
Honestly. I'm simply going to turn these into sticks, or at least most of them into such. Ah, there we are. I suppose I don't need these tools for a mining trip, but I will bring the pickaxes just in case. It's not like I can't afford to make new ones. Lovely.
Am I going to get to my death spot first or starve? Let's find out.
People with no eyes, yes, I suppose. Well, he has eyes.
Metaphorical
Somewhere.
eyes?
No, he's mentioned having physical eyes somewhere on his person. He did not elaborate further. I wasn't going to ask him to elaborate further. I don't think I'd get an answer even if I did.
Boo. I want to know where his eyeballs are at.
You ask him where his eyeballs are at. Your
Done.
funeral, not mine.
I've done worse. I've called him worse. Asking a question is fine.
Out of curiosity, Mandy, what have you called him?
I mean, besides the standard Cheshire, I'm pretty sure I've called him like a dick and an asshole and all that fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
Some of that was to his face when we were doing Lethal Company.
Gods above, I could never get away with saying such a thing. To him or Silas. Or Director Koenig, I should say.
The dice stick.
Careful, Mandy.
I have never been careful, and I am not starting now.
Well, I'll pray to the gods for you, I suppose.
I mean, technically speaking, the worst I've gotten from -1 so far is just like the disapproving grumble. So I'm
Director
not.
Koenig is far more willing to act than simply speak, you know. But this is meant to be more of a relaxing enrichment period rather than discussing him. Well, Phillips, I also don't believe any of your actions have been worth his time.
Are we still on -1?
Yes. He doesn't exactly bother to deal with anyone who isn't a direct nuisance. Sure, he might give you a disapproving quote-unquote glare if you keep speaking out of turn, but you likely won't face any extreme consequences. No, interacting with him is not usually for the best. Yes, he doesn't tend to care, especially of those who haven't caused enough of a stressful situation for the Foundation as a whole.
That's the only reason I'm on his radar is because I was a dick. To the surprise of no one.
Mandy, I believe working to aid the insurgency deserves a bit higher of a remark than simply being a dick. I don't think you being a dick is what put you on his radar. I think helping Madam Tia is what's done it, personally. I think that's what's gotten you.
It's fine.
God's above.
What in the fuck is that sound?
How are you
That's a new one.
hearing creatures out to get you?
Well, I found a mine shaft, and it came with new sounds that I haven't heard yet.
Interesting. I'd like to find a mine shaft personally. I suppose I don't need to bother myself with every ounce of iron here. Oh, there's bats that manage to spawn in. I wonder what happens if I manage to ping one of you. Well, that's a miss. Give me that back. Thank you. Do you turn back into a normal arrow? That won't be fun. You're a very small moving target, but I'm interested to see what'll happen. Likely instant death. Ugh. You do turn into normal arrows, that's a shame. I don't wish to continue wasting these. Alright. Now, what level are we working with? 42, we have a ways down to go. Well, the sky puppies drop bat fur, which is quite the useful ingredient. I don't know about you, but I find it a bit difficult to get. Now let's get down to where I could potentially find some lapis. Gods above, ask and you shall receive. I want a mine shaft, I get a mine shaft. I look for lapis, there's some right in front of me.
Boo!
Honestly, I may take these as well. I'll deal with you. It's not like you deal any Why did you suddenly run so fast? There we are. I may as well take these. Oh, hello. I won't tussle with you, not now. We can deal with that later. For now, I'm hoping to find some items of interest. Well, I don't believe they should be allowed superpowers. They're already undead.
Can I burn cobwebs?
I don't believe so, but they do break faster with a sword. Look at me, helping you. Our dice swell.
You're only helping if you give me information I didn't already know and wasn't already actively using.
It's the thought that counts, isn't it?
I mean, I guess if you want to play the here's a gift no one really likes card.
Oh, speaking of a gift no one really likes. That will also make do. Ah, some gold as well. I'll have to remember to use the clockworks to deal with smelting. It'll double my output. And a bit of a cave-in over here. I suppose we'll return to that later.
the most convoluted, broken up mineshaft I've ever come across.
Wouldn't it be funny if we're in the same one?
I doubt it.
I do as well. But it would still be at least mildly entertaining.
Considering the amount of times I've startled you on your own property, I have a feeling I would come around a corner and immediately just get bitch slapped.
Well, what can one expect? I heard a baby zombie somewhere in here.
Oh, Bat, where'd you go? I wish to murder you.
So you're after the bat fur as well.
I don't know what it does yet, but if you want it, then it's gotta have some use.
Oh, learned your lesson from the crabs?
Maybe.
Oh, how cute.
Where the fuck did it go, though? Fucking Houdini bat?
Well, apologies, Stardust, but they're useful. That's not going to be a grand trip, is it? Right. We'll have to deal with this. Lovely. At least you go down quickly. Well, it depends on what you wish to make. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but useful enough that I'm willing to kill for it. There we are. Aw, me being willing to kill for it isn't a high bar. Shame. Ah, that's what I'm looking for as well. Ooh. And I won't leave the gold behind either if it's granted to me.
Where'd you go, you squeaky fuck?
Well, squeaky fuck certainly is a way to refer to them, isn't it? I do not need any more ancient gods or god-adjacent beings in my life, personally. Yeah, the chest can stay down here. There we are. Lovely. Be much more interested in spotting some more lapis. I'll take iron in the standard fare. I would not recommend touching Silas in any way, shape, or form, lest you wish for a black eye. That man is not afraid to invoke physical violence. A name tag. Now that is nice. And there's lapis in here as well. There we are. I suppose I'll simply eat the bread as my next food source. I truly don't need to be keeping these chests, though. How am I doing on? I can still pick up a few more rails. We'll leave those be once I hit a stack of them at least. Oh! Well then, hello. I don't know why you're simply choosing to sit here. Phillips, I am going to tell you this bluntly. That man will kill you. He will have no issue doing it, and he will not feel an ounce of remorse. Don't play games with the site director. Even some of the O5s are more patient than he is.
I've discovered gold. Still no lapis. Woof.
Yes, I suppose it would be an easy way to make a quick buck gambling on Philip's demise. Oh, Mandy, I found more lapis.
I despise you.
You can do that. It's well within your right. I've also found a baby zombie villager.
Just tell Phillips to just see what happens. I'm in the middle of fucking around.
It's a grave mistake is what it is.
It's entertainment.
Mandy, you know how I am at this point, you'd say, correct?
It is a safe assumption.
So you know it's not in my nature to provide such warnings, correct?
I'm aware.
Why am I doing it in regards to him?
'Cause he's an unhinged motherfucker.
I wouldn't say he's unhinged, but again, he's not against acting. Not many questions asked before he reacts to such things. If you try to explain yourself, it might just get worse. Short fused, I suppose. That's one thing to call it.
He already wasn't fond of my existence, considering could put a damper on all his
What in the
progress.
hell is going on? Jeez. Now that could have been quite bad. You can stay right where you are. Oh, I'm using standard arrows, aren't I? Not anymore. That's above. Fine. I'll be taking those back. Ah, God's above. These cave spiders are not delightful. Well, I am attempting to throw them into the trash. It's another one of you gone. Now, if I could make my way over to that spawner, that would be lovely.
Where's all the fun stuff in this goddamn mine shaft?
Right. Oh, there you are. Oh, gods above. There's quite a few of you, aren't there? Alright, then. Well, I do it to the co-workers anyway, so it doesn't matter much if it does or does not apply. At least now I know exactly where that spawner is. Come on, take my hunger down one more bar, please. Very good. Yes, W4. Phillips, if you're scared of me, you should be terrified of Dr. Koenig. There we are. No more cave spiders that way. Are you wishing me harm with that? The theatrical saying is to tell someone to break a leg. Phillips, do you insist on being stupid is my next question. You state that you are terrified of me, and I am telling you that if you are scared of me, then you should be terrified of him. And your response is to say, well, they haven't done anything to make me scared of them. This is the equivalent of seeing the spots on the back of ears of tigers. Eye spots. You know, a thing standardly used by animals to ward off predators, and you sit there and think, shit, I'd hate to see what the tiger considers a predator. Gods above. Naive and young.
See, I'm at least aware that what I'm doing is probably gonna end up poorly, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
At least you're aware of your own insolence.
I am. It's half the fun.
Then you are in fact stupid. I have no qualms with saying it out loud. There's an entire slime that managed to spawn down here. I'd prefer you to stop shooting me while I'm mining. Oh well, you can die for it. That is a large slime as well. Slime balls are also a valuable resource. I do enjoy Mandy's chaos from time to time, but at least Mandy is aware of what they're doing.
And it's generally self-contained chaos.
Ugh. Yes, if anything, Philip's playing around will end up with me in trouble in some way, shape, or form. I suppose I had taken some of these earlier for the hells of it. Perhaps I didn't. Oh well, I have them now.
If anything involving Hothus comes of my fucking around and finding out, it's just gonna be his confirmation that I'm a bad influence.
Yes, he does already deem you as such, which is something I'd also be wary of, personally. If by the crying of a small child you mean a certain bird who doesn't exist within this... Oh, jeez, that was some loud thunder. If you mean the crying of a certain bird, well... they were fed before I went live. I don't believe you can runs through the slime. I think that it was just excellently timed.
Are you having a storm over there?
Perhaps.
Lucky bastard.
Alright then.
I like thunderstorms.
To each their own, I suppose. Don't know what in the hell you want me to say about it. Very open space down here, but I'm not seeing any lapis. Though I am also quite a bit higher up than I'd need to be for such a find.
I must drop off shit and Then we're just gonna go somewhere else to try and find it.
Bad luck, Mandy.
Me.
See, it's fun because I get to irritate you in turn. Ah, and some diamonds as well. Lucky me.
I despise you.
And I didn't even have to mine the diamonds. They were simply in a chest waiting for me. I've also found 3 golden apples, but it's not like I can't mass produce those anyway.
Despise.
Oh, such a strong word.
Would you rather just have me say fuck you?
See, I really don't care much how you refer to me. Yes, the gods are rewarding me for irritating Mandy. Of course, that last one doesn't make the mark. Oh well, I don't really need to go down that way anyway. There was a space I had seen, though. Where is it? Dip down into some water. Am I losing my... There it is. There's a cave spider down there. At least I know there's more mine shaft, I suppose. Many a cave spider. Oh, and there is our spawner. Just out of reach for me to hit it as well, unfortunately. Quite the menagerie of mobs. Let's all simply settle down now. Gods above, this is going to be a problem quickly. Haha, I'm so clever. And a coward, but we don't need to talk about that. The bird child can sleep because it is 11 at night and they were fed before I went live, and I've been live for less than an hour. The baby is fine. Almost at 30 levels, which is lovely. That is correct. I do get to live another day for fleeing. Yeah, well. And I did get exactly what I was looking for, I suppose. Plenty more lapis. Quite a bit more iron and gold. Not exactly what I was after, but not something I'll complain about. I would like to get some silk touch, but in general, I'm just looking to create a devil of a sword. Speaking of, I should repair the one I currently have. Of course, the new one would be made of diamond rather than iron. I may as well not waste some enchantment levels on more standard material. Well, that sounds like a you problem now, doesn't it? I don't have any croissants, and if I did, I likely wouldn't share, and that's simply the truth of the matter.
I'm sorry, is someone asking if you have croissants?
That is correct, I'd assume. I'm just as cold as your mom. Well, perhaps she doesn't love you. I know I don't. That was so fucking out of pocket and mean. That one broke me. I'm sorry. I think Hobbs has been playing Minecraft a little too long. Jeez, shit! I'm usually not this mean, even in character.
That was like lightning fast response too.
I'm sorry. This is why we do have a disclaimer on the live that Hothas is an asshole.
Just fuck you and fuck your mom.
Yeah, shit. Man, I might have to clip that one. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna try and get back into character now.
Oh, this is feeling spicy after discussions of Silas.
Well, can you blame me? Machine goes tick-tock, tick-tock. I go make more dog. Come
Is
back.
that what I'm hearing?
Can you hear it all the way over there?
Like a low rumble.
Tick,
metallic-
tick, tick, tick.
No, it doesn't sound like a tick tick. It sounds like the echo of metal.
Interesting.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go check on a certain SCP.
What have you done?
Nothing. But it sounded like it was coming from the direction of the lab that I have set up, and I'm really hoping it doesn't mean you know who has escaped.
This is what happens when you let him out to begin with.
To be fair, I didn't let him out. He's still in his containment cell. Just nope. He's still there. I can see him.
Speaking of tick-tocking, it sounds as though this is finished, yes. Now that is lovely, because it doubles what I get if I use this. Sure, I don't get any experience for smelting it, but the amount is more than worth it. I know what flesh tastes like. I'm certain most people in the Foundation at least have some level of experience.
I'm just gonna no comment that one.
Hello, D-Class. And thank you for following along. Again, apologies for my remark. I feel at least the slightest tinge of sympathy for you.
That's what gets you your sympathy?
Well, I don't have much experience with familial relations.
You're not missing much, I assure you.
Well, I wouldn't know what I'm missing. Well, I never claimed to be nice. Quite the opposite, actually. So if you assumed anything else, that's kind of on you. Oh, no, there really wasn't. And I will do it again. I have no issue with saying such things. Well, perhaps don't go around asking me for things. It's not my job to take care of you. And Josie really isn't that difficult to contain. At the end of the day, she is just a cat. Half of a cat, but a cat all the same. I'm not a medical doctor, you know. And even if I was, again, I don't exactly give a shit about you. I'm more tasked with what happens to the D-class. Isn't that right, Mandy?
Yeah.
I'm quite certain I had made myself a diamond sword at some point. The question is, there it is. I suppose we'll do a bit of cleanup for these things as well. And I suppose I can fix that bow and arrow while I'm at it. Otherwise, I may as well use it for kindling. Yes, exactly. You're not a D-class, aka you are not my problem. And even most of the D-class, I really don't care. Should I? Perhaps, but most of you sort yourselves out with whatever in the hells you do. Everyone has their quirks, I suppose. Sweeping edge would be nice. Yeah, and this bow's fixed. Well, congratulations, Phillips. You have picked a favorite. I'll keep that in mind next time I need you to behave.
They picked a favorite what?
D-class.
Oh, goody.
It's like picking out a pet from the store.
Who'd they pick?
One titled 5133 was apparently in their family, which is information you really shouldn't be sharing because I will only use it against you. But live and learn.
That's information I now have too.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you like your family member?
What was that?
How much do they like their family member?
Well, they said that it's the only D class they care about, so I'm assuming at least a decent sum.
Oh.
Gods above, I've already told you I'm not a medical doctor. And if anything, you don't need a prescription for your cravings, you need a therapist. Which is also not something I'm qualified to do. Go pester glass or something.
Hey, Hazes.
Yes.
How much lapis do you have?
At least 40.
Can I have literally one?
4.
I just want to make some blue dye.
No, I mean, what are you going to offer me?
I've got a gas tier, couple magma cream, ender pearls, some slime balls.
I'll do it for the gas tier.
Okay.
Are we meeting at spawn?
It's either spawn or your place.
Well, I can be to both in just as quick of amount of time.
Spawn it is.
Alright then. I may as well dump these off while I'm here. Oh, who's my least favorite anomaly? It is Ferdinand the Cannibal. That's easy. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm not grumpy. I'm my regular cheerful self right now. That just involves me tormenting you a little bit.
Yeah, you haven't exactly seen this grumpy.
That's a bit different of an experience.
If it's not directed at you, it's hilarious.
Perhaps. Alright, let's get rid of you. A lovely hug. Goodbye. There we are. Lovely. If you dare to try and put me in any flavor of containment cell, it will be the last thing you ever do. I will be certain about it, even if it costs me my own termination. I'm not going back in a containment cell. As terrifying as anything, I suppose. I don't like that you spawned up there. Come into the property line if you wish to die. You as well.
So many skeletons.
Are you not using that arrow-proof vest?
I put it on the wayside when I went spelunking.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I don't have the clockworks yet. I can't insta-repair my shit.
I let you borrow mine every so often. With the knowledge that you'll owe me eventually.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm using it sparingly. Ta-da. And
Again, attempt to contain me, and it will be the last thing you ever do.
I find Hauntus too amusing to contain. Attempt to do so, and you'll end up on the list.
So you have lists that include researchers as well.
No, I have a list for everybody.
How interesting. There you are, make a puppy. I accidentally overfed 2 of you, so you may as well give me a new mutt out of it. Many dogs. Why are you all crowded around over here? You better not be intending to kill my father. I know he's hit me before, it's fine. Do I have anything? No. Nothing immediately needs to be fixed.
How did you spawn in there? Get away from my sheep.
My boots have seen better days. It's more so that this simulation doesn't exactly account for a parental bond. I wish this thing would still do its little ticking when you're repairing something, but beggars can't be choosers. I should be grateful as is that it grants me such things. You only cause me minor levels of inconvenience. Ugh. And the inconvenience of having to go down here to get that experience. Yeah, boots are back already. I may as well repair my helmet and such while I'm at it. Don't need to wait until it'll become a problem, now do I? Containing Foundation staff seems counterproductive, one might say. Sounds like nothing gets done at your Foundation site. I'm going to fight this spider without pants. Success. Now to get my pants.
That is an interesting phrase to be taken out of context.
Good. I have no desire to be understood by the general public.
Since when am I considered the general public?
Eh. Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, any other beasties? You. You have accidentally fallen into my hit list. Goodbye. As have you. Blow a hole in my yard and I will exterminate your kind.
What token should I work towards?
A useful one, perhaps.
Where's the fun in those? Where's 682?
Yes, above. What does 682 cost?
Gotta find him first.
That will cost you obsidian, 4 bones, 2 rotten flesh, an eye of ender, and a golden apple. So not too inherently expensive.
Nope.
Have fun with the consequences of your actions, is all I'll say.
Having fun with the consequences of my actions is my entire existence.
Yes, it certainly is.
There you are.
Come here. Every time I see Sover referred to in documentation, I think of the Pokemon Snover. Now I know I'd seen some more mobs over here. The question is where have they snuck off to, because I'd rather not blow holes in the ground. There's one. I hear a zombie not far off either. I see what's left of a zombie as well. Ugh, gods above. More mess for me to clean up. Well, it's not my fault that your name sounds like one. I'm not the one who granted it to you. Of course, I leave my axe behind. Besides, being referred to as a Pokemon is better than how Dr. Gears attempts to pronounce my name.
How's he say it?
Hat his. It's not correct in the slightest.
Me calling you Hoppy doesn't seem so bad now.
No, honestly, it's preferable to his. At least I know you're doing it intentionally. I don't care how you take it personally. I am simply stating how you come across. It's not an insult or a compliment at this moment. We've yet to interact enough for me to decide how I feel about you. And you are well entitled to do so. About you specifically, and blowing holes up in my yard, not fond of that.
You explodey bastard.
Having trouble again, Mandy? Oh, speaking of an explodey bastard. This is fine. The hells do you mean, lag? For the stream or for the server you're not on? This is going to be irritating. The creepers are effectively camo as well. Have you seen them when they're behind tall grass? If you're not paying attention, they can be difficult to spot. Yeah, that one's going to. Yeah. I don't care too much. Hello, bat. Wrong choice. Oh. Double wrong choice. Ugh, for a sec I thought that destroyed my bat fur, and I was going to be a bit upset about it. I'd prefer them to not fit into environments perfectly. That just simply sounds like a problem for me to deal with. There we are. I know there is a mod that does such things. There we are. I'm not even certain why I've come down here. That's quite a few beasties, isn't it? Trying to take aim all the way from down there. How interesting. Harming each other in the process.
Extended my borders, and right as I set the new borders, another creeper tried to blow up.
Oh, poor thing. Gods above, speaking of creepers. At least my armor's decent enough for this not to be an inherent problem. I really don't need coal anymore other than the occasional torch, and I don't really need the occasional torch unless I need some permanent fixture of light rather than simply using night vision. There we are.
Slowly but surely, the two halves of my plates are getting closer together.
Oh, why do you have it split in half?
Because one is my base and the other is my farm.
Ah, I see. Once you get them close enough, you can always abandon one and then make them a singular claim.
That is the plan.
There we are. Not exactly any desirable characters down there. don't like any member of task force or any group of task force personally. I'm not fond of the O5's personal lapdogs. Night vision goggles, I have several pairs of them. The gods above, with how fast their battery drains, I'd rather save them in case I need to fight an invisible foe. Gods above again. You actually cost me quite a few hearts. It is a shame how silently they move. Oh yes, in general I'm not fond of members of task force. Some I've learned are fine, despite their profession choice. But otherwise, I don't exactly hold a soft spot in my heart for them. Being able to get former members of Task Force as D-Class, though, that is quite fun. I reserve them for my more brutal experiments. Teach them a lesson. One that they'll never learn from, but a lesson all the same. One to make them regret having ever stepped foot in the Foundation. They deserve it, after all. I'll come back then, Silver. I'm going to end up referring to you as the Pokemon, I swear to the gods above. Yes, out of character, I know we can all hear the baby. The baby was fed before I started streaming. The baby should be sleeping, but they are not. The baby will get attention when I end off, which will likely be once I hit level 30 and can enchant my sword. But for now, the baby can scream about it. There we are. I heard a spider, but I didn't see one. There we are, dealt with. This hasn't been going well. And another failure. What's a new noise? There is a dead squid down here, if that's what you were hearing. Oh, you're hearing the thunder outside. That is a real-world noise, rather than an enrichment one.
Do I have another? I do. Hello, friend. You're not supposed to be on this side of the portal.
Well, that deals with you, although I would have liked to have gotten the experience for it.
I'll say the downside of my location that I've built to my base is that I can't really extend sideways without busting out of the hill.
And the ocean you're also next to.
I'm not that close to an ocean.
It's a decently sized lake.
And that's why my farm is there.
Fair enough. Right, I suppose we deal with the witch now. Don't throw poison. Of course you do. You did drop closer. You dropped that health potion you had. Oh no. Ooh, that could have gone quite poorly. How much longer on this? 13 seconds. I'd like this to stop. Thank you. I'll also be taking this. Lovely. That's above. I'm only on level 40. I would have thought myself deeper than that.
My outside researcher is going to be home at any moment, and I'm sure he will be slightly unamused at the fact that I'm still awake.
And by all means, cause a containment breach. I won't stop it. Containment breaches are lovely. There we are. Alright. Put those aside. I really don't need more than that on me. These can go away. Suppose we'll classify glowstone as an ore. It seems I've already decided that as well. Well, the K-class scenario's pushing it a bit far for my liking. I do kind of need this world intact to some degree. There we are. This one will go on for quite some time. Creatures in the woods. You. How unfortunate. You were well worth the experience points. I don't keep many tabs on dear old Sherman and his tree antics, so I wouldn't know why his eyes have been turning black more recently. Another chicken. Honestly, I'm tempted to see if I can make another chicken with these eggs. I really only need you for feather production. Almost done yet over here. I think the child may have finally fallen asleep. Never mind.
You jinxed it.
Perhaps. There's my iron. There we are. Honestly, I should start storing my iron in blocks more than anything. Take of that. All of this. Gods above, we may as well do the same for the gold at this rate. Check up on have fun with Site Director Koenig. Best of luck.
Someone decided to be stupid.
It seems as though it's being considered.
They can join me in whatever hell I'm undoubtedly going to end up unleashing upon myself.
I wonder if I have this enabled. Koenig scares me too. We have something in common there. Are we the bad guys? Gods above, I think this entire foundation is terrible. Yes, I suppose? Right. You. Oh, actually, perhaps I can teleport to it if I'm within the same dimension. Oh, hello, beastie.
Where are you teleporting?
None of your business. I should not be coming here this ill-prepared. I need a few precautions first. You. And you as well, for the hells of it. I do believe it's a yes. It is all the way down here. Unfortunate. There we are. Alright. Gods above. Fine. Have I at least marked it? I doubt it. Right, well, perhaps I'll find it going about this way. And now we hunt. And listen, I suppose. Nothing of interest up here. I'm absolutely going to mark a waypoint on this next time I find it.
What are we trying to find?
Nothing of importance to you. This is simply a dead end. Are you referring to me? As in I don't have any anomalous properties? How cute. I'm not forced to stay here for no reason.
I swear, the longer I'm here, the more I feel like I'm the only one who is actually non-anomalous.
Silas isn't anomalous to my knowledge. No, I don't think I will tell you. I think it's more fun to keep you guessing if you're oblivious. Ah, and speaking of, is this the one that belongs to me, or is this somewhere else? No, this one isn't mine. Interesting. Gods above, how are you able to hit me? Well, I have no issue farming this location regardless. Oh, ouch, your fire hurts so terribly. Whatever shall I do? I may as well make this mine. And I have no issue staying here and waiting until I hit the level I'm after.
And you could be waiting for that. Technically by yourself, technically not, because I'm
Off to run a different experiment.
yeah.
Well,
So,
hopefully
enjoy
you'll
the-
survive it. Oh, enjoy my peace and quiet? I certainly will.
Yeah, I was gonna put that in quotations because your chat is.
Yes, they are a talkative bunch. But it won't be too long. Ah, how did you even spawn this far down? Yes, you're simply wonderful. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I hear a ghast. I see a ghast. Actually, you're in a prime position, if I do say so myself. You, on the other hand, I'd like to be rid of soon. Just because irritation exists doesn't mean it's at Philip's hand. Oh no, you come right back here. You are in a prime position for me to kill and get your drops. Yes, that doesn't even hurt. Yes, I know that hurts, doesn't it? Just not keen for doing damage, are they? Oh no, come back. He's only pacified you. Perhaps I do need to keep some standard issue arrows on me as well in this case. Ugh. Oh, hello. Come back. Where in the... There you are. I'd like it to return over to me. Gods above. You needn't make this more difficult than it already is. Of course you do. Now you're hovering over lava, so if I do kill you, it won't give me what I'm after. Tempted to take you out for the hells of it regardless. Come here. I'm asking ever so politely. Yeah, God's above. Oh, you've woken up. There's a blaze out here. I at least would like to get returned to sender. Oh, I must have already gotten it. And that is certainly going straight into the lava. A word to the wise, always refresh your night vision first so that it is the first thing to go. That flickering effect will warn you that you're in danger. And welcome back, Nyx, I suppose. Where in the hells did that blaze go? I saw it a minute ago. Whatever. Oh, hello. I don't have much of your material. There we are. And hello, Vanguard. I'm actually going to be wrapping up soon. I just need to get one more level in my pocket. Also get back to that spawner would be lovely. Hello. Oh, Serpent, how ironic. You just missed your precious D class. There you are. Gods above, the way one can get turned around in such a place. I have no qualms with digging straight down to it. I know what's in here. Just getting over there first, that'll be the issue. Perhaps I'll have to dig up rather than down. I know where I am. I'm in here already. Lovely. Yes, your fire doesn't exactly do it for me. A bit resistant to the stuff. You actually hitting me, on the other hand, does smart a little bit. Ah, and there's that lovely level 30. Now to take care of this level of business. If that sweeping edge enchantment will still be available to me. It is. Oh, that is delicious, isn't it? Quite the sword. Now, I'd also be keen on having... The hells do you mean there's a concerning amount of chickens? No, do I even want to know what you mean by that? Alright, unbreaking, efficiency, more efficiency. I'm looking specifically for Silk Touch, so I suppose I'll save this for when I get 3 more levels again. And I also would like to enchant my armor. I wonder if these SCP grade materials can be enchanted. You are not welcome to have it. Ah, these can be enchanted. All the better. That sword will be staying safe and sound for the most part. But as for the time being, I believe it is time for my enrichment period to come to an end. So, do take care, Foundation personnel. And I suppose you're welcome to join me next time around as well. Gods above.